Perfect. Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Sam, and I'm a member of Group 12. And today we'll discuss the results from our group project on Lean Six Sigma and how it's applied in the industry. So, along with myself, there in Group 12, we have Manon, Matthew, Wilfred, Benaz, and Yang Jun. So we'll start off today by providing some background on how we conduct our interviews, and then we'll summarize the key takeaways we took away from those. Then we'll talk about our literature review and summarize in our conclusion. So first, what we did was we interviewed three individuals: Phil Grandy from the construction industry, Sammy Khan from manufacturing, and Shadrach Bracco from the food industry. We then reviewed the results from our interviews and identified four key takeaways that Wilfred will introduce now.
For our first takeaway, we realized that theory and reality differ. Secondly, we observed that implementation challenges are inevitable. For our third takeaway, investment in productivity is no longer nice to have, but a must. And for our final takeaway, where do we look when tools for everything are everywhere?
Okay, the first one is the theory is different from the reality. So a lot of times the industry practice are often more regulated, and in the organization we're facing a lot of issues like time issue, complexity, and management issues. So what we need to do is that we need to become more flexible, and sometimes we can take some shortcut. And the other one is there are always implementing challenges. LSS cannot solve all the problems, so we need to focus on the specific problems, and we need to always choose the right method to the right problems. And the third one is communication is very important. A lot of people, they don't have the concept of the Lean and the Six Sigma. We need to tell them how it works and what it can be done.
The third key takeaway from both the course material and the conducted interviews is that a lot of organizations to this day are still hesitant to invest capital to improve productivity through concepts such as Lean Six Sigma. Short-term production and revenue returns are ubiquitously prioritized over long-term performance. This is especially true in Canada, where at the cost where Canada is on the path to become the worst performing advanced economy in the next decade. And this is as the result of inadequate investments into productivity. The fourth key takeaway, and the last one, the number of previously unfamiliar tools that each expert mentioned in a short interview we found actually quite surprisingly. As expected, most organizations rely on quality management or documentation control software tools or agencies, and this is shown on the slide. So what is the most efficient, effective way to figure out which tools to use and which are most effective? The fastest and probably the most effective way that we found was by engaging people in similar industries within your network to see what they use and don't use. This really highlights the importance of having a large and effective professional network such as LinkedIn.
When it comes to theory versus industry practices, they both focus on continuous improvement, resulting in customer satisfaction and cost savings. But there are also some differences in their scope and approach. Firstly, theory highlights the importance of reducing waste and defects in all processes. But in reality, industries may focus more on specific areas of the business only. Secondly, theory is not subject to the same level of regulations in real regulations, but in the real world, industries are subject to a variety of codes and standards. For example, safety and quality regulations and environmental impact standards. And thirdly, industry practices are broader in scope and may include wider areas than their processes, such as sustainability considerations or collaboration with suppliers to improve processes.
To conclude, LSS theory places strong emphasis on leveraging data and statistical techniques to reduce waste and eliminate defects. The application of LSS is the sector may concentrate on particular company functions that require development. The LSS methodology should be tailored to the specific needs and circumstances of the company. While adopting and putting LSS into practice, there are no rigid regulations to follow. Regulations, equipments, and training may vary as per industries. The development of an organization common visions can be positively impacted by SPC and Six Sigma cooperation. By studying the fundamental tools and approaches, working on later projects, and requesting mentorship from seasoned practitioner, beginners may get up and running with LSS rapidly. Proper communication can be used to fix problem encountered when using LSS. Thank you. Any questions?